Oh, this episode is definitely building up them feels. So, this anime is taking that route. Yeah, it's very obvious after this week's episode of Plastic Memories that it's trying to build up those connections with Isla and our main male character. It's very obvious now with this week's episode, especially with the date, the amusement park, you know, how he goes unconscious from fatigue. Just, you know, the different events in this episode. It's very obvious that this episode was meant for us to grow connected with the characters, just to feel very sad in the future, because this was an episode for our characters to make memories, and it kind of goes along with the title of the series, Plastic Memories, and these are going to be the specific scenes throughout the series. Like, this episode, I think, is mainly going to be used for the ending parts of the series. Like, what I'm getting at is when, you know, probably Isla's dying, and, you know, she's going away, and she's going rampant and breaking down. I feel like these scenes specifically that was in this episode are going to be used for flashbacks on the final episodes of the series. It's very obvious that this is what this episode was geared towards. It was definitely material to use as flashbacks to give us feels when we get to the later parts of the series. It's very obvious. So, yeah, I already know this is going to be a sad series, judging by how this was done. But I had an interesting theory, and I highly doubt this series would go down this path. I really doubt it. If, you know, the corrupt corporation, you know, tampering with AI and making them go rampant on purpose is not true, that theory is not true, I have another theory. Let's say Isla does, you know, die. Okay, let's just say right now she's gonna die, and she will die. Let's just write that down. If she in fact does die, I had a theory. With how our main male character, how he was portrayed in this episode when they were in the Ferris wheel, he passed out, and his face hit her, and he went unconscious. At first, I thought it was narcolepsy. I think that's what it's called. I probably got the name wrong. It's narcolepsy. It's where, you know, you go unconscious or whatever, and it's kind of like where you can go to sleep at any time. It's like a disorder. I think I got the name right. It's probably not the right name, but we'll have to see. But that's the disorder. It's where you can pass out anytime. That's what I thought the main male character had when I saw it. I was like, wait, does he have narcolepsy? Like, what? But we kind of find out it's because of fatigue. Or it could be something else. It might be something else, because as soon as I saw that scene, it felt like the writers, or the mangaka of this series, or light novel writer, whoever, you know, what this is based off of, was trying to make that scene to imply that maybe our main male character might die too. Listen to this fear, okay? It's out there. It's out there. But this is another path the series can take, and I highly doubt the series would take that path. I really am. I doubt it. I almost 100% doubt this, but it's interesting perspective if it does go down that path. And it would definitely make me enjoy this series so much more if it does choose to go that path. What if our main male character dies? Like, what if he decides to die the same day as Isla? See, Isla, as we know, is going to be decommissioned, and she's going to die. And what if he decides to die on that day? Or what if something bad happens and what if something bad happens and he does die on that day? I felt like that possibility was there when we saw this episode. When he went unconscious, it felt like that's what that was trying to imply, that he might die in the future. And it'd be a way to kind of give this a very bittersweet, tragic ending of the series, if, you know, that did happen. Since they're becoming a couple and stuff, it'd be an interesting perspective to take the series if he, in fact, did die on the same day she died. Very far-fetched, yes, I know. I know it's very far-fetched, but it would be a cool way to take this series. Now, besides that, the episode is pretty much our main male character working up the courage to ask out Isla for a date. And a lot more progression with romance compared to some series I review. You know what series I'm probably talking about. But yeah, the romance progression was a lot faster than some series. And I was happy about that. Even though the episode is very simplistic in nature, and it's not really much to really say, oh my god, this is fucking amazing, you know, it's nothing like that. It was still a good episode, because it's very obvious that we're having these episodes, last week's episode and this week's episode, just to build up that emotion. And is it working? That is left to be answered for the final climax of the series, because we really don't know. I mean, it's obvious that these is what these episodes are trying to do, but will we feel when the final comes, like the finale. That, like I said, is left to be seen. We'll have to see how this is taken. It depends on the soundtrack, too, if it really nails home. Oh, my God. But, judging by how they did that one scene, when, you know, the Gifty was going rampant and all that and attacking, you know, kind of like her stepchild. Yeah, I mean, it's possible it's going to be good. So that's about it. I mean, this week's episode, fun, very fun. But you can tell the feels are coming. It's definitely coming, and that's what this episode is trying to do. So tell me your thoughts. How do you feel about this week's episode? Are you ready for that finale that's getting closer and closer by the week? We are almost there. I mean, you gotta go figure. We're almost done with this anime season, so that means the series are gonna start concluding very soon. Are you prepared for them feels? Are you prepared? Are you mentally prepared for that? Let me know. Y'all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.